But this isn't the reality because our main character, Tendo, was watching this on TV. He thought that a zombie attack was better than my life, his eyes were sleepy and suddenly he fell and slept. Tendo's story begins 3 years ago when his boss introduced him to his colleagues in the office. This was his first day. He was so excited to work there because of the friendly environment there. His boss showed him his seat and introduced him to his manager. Suddenly he collides with a girl named Otori. He falls in love at first sight because she is stunning. She introduced herself and talked politely. After saying good luck on the first day, she moved on. At night all the colleagues went to a bar where they all enjoyed and talked with each other. When Tendo saw Otori, he got shy. Time passed and after dinner, everyone stood up and again went back to the office. Tendo was shocked and disturbed. He slept there and didn't go to his home back. Day after day passed and he wasn't able to back home. After 2 days he went home. He was so tired. When he woke up he was still deprived of sleep. He didn't want to go to work, but he encouraged himself and got ready for work. Things were again the same, but this time his manager Gonzo shouted at him. Everybody there was no less than undead people. They were all angry, but Otori was the same, polite and gentle. But Otori was his boss's mistress, who makes him happy when he calls her. At night he was walking like a zombie. He was thinking about why he was still working there, because he didn't have the time to search for a new job at day and night. 3 years have passed of him working there. He was totally depressed, frustrated, and exhausted. He wasn't able to find out what he was doing or thinking because of the tough working hours. His life was all black and white, his room was all dirty. One morning when he woke up and got ready for work, he left his home and saw a paper at the door which was the parking bill. When he went to the manager for payment, he saw the door was open and he was eating his wife. Suddenly he was able to see some of the colors. He was running from the zombies. But there were zombies all around. He ran here and there to save his life, and on the roof, he saw the city was all destroyed. He suddenly understood that from now on he wouldn't go to work. He was free now. And suddenly his world was full of colors, hope, and joy. He had no concern with the world or with the destruction. He was free to enjoy himself. He was lying down and was thinking about what to do now. He thought he might go to get a bike license or drink all day and stuff like that. Suddenly he thought of Otori and decided to check on her and confess his love. He started moving on a bike irrespective of the world, things happening all around. He arrived there and was a little nervous, but he told himself that it was a time of emergency and I was there for her safety check. When he rang, the door was open. He went in, and he saw the shoes of his boss who was standing in front of him. He has turned into a zombie already, but Tendo was thinking about the hard time he has to go through because of him. Suddenly he ran and threw him out of the window. When he saw Otori he was shocked, because she was also turning into a zombie. They were both in front of each other. He confessed his love and thought about her beauty. She tried to come close, but he started running away from her and left. At night he went to a grocery shop, drank, and started thinking about what the next. He thought that we could die now, or could die after 60 years, but there isn't enough time to do all the things we want to do. So he went into the shop, took a pencil and a book and titled it with the 100 things he wanted to do. Gonzo was shouting, Tendo was in his office and it was terrible. He suddenly woke up and it was just a nightmare. He went to the balcony and started cleaning his room. Everything was shining and Tendo was feeling so happy. He took a beer from the fridge and started enjoying it. He felt so pure after drinking beer, but the world was facing great destruction. When he again tried to get a drink, the fridge was empty. There was nothing for him to drink. He felt so depressed, and when he thought to get some from the grocery he saw a lot of zombies outside. But for the sake of beer, he can't sit silently, so he decided to go out. When he was descending the building, he met with Kosaka and his wife. They were shocked to see him. He asked if they wanted something from the grocery. They told him some things and he said goodbye to them. He was on his bike and all the zombies started following him, but for beer, he raced it up and went to a grocery shop. But a camera was watching him. When he went in, there was a girl named Shizuka. When he saw her, he went silent and shocked because she was cute. He said hello to her and tried to talk with her, but she wasn't answering. She was about to leave and he asked for her contact, but she was still silent. And she said, "Are you serious? You have risked your life for just these drinks?" She said, "I am not an idiot to team with a person who can't analyze fear or risk," and suddenly zombies started entering the shop. They were about to attack her, but he stepped in front, and suddenly she flipped him. Because a truck was about to hit him, they were in a cute romantic pose. Suddenly she stood up and left, and when he came to sense, he tried to stop her, but she left with his bike. He was happy that they met, and she was very pretty though. Suddenly a zombie appeared. He saw a scooter and took it while going. He thought that there must be something better than this also. He saw a heavy bike and took this, and he was feeling like out of the world. When he tried to give Mr. and Mrs. Kosaka their things, he saw they were dead. At night he drinks a lot, and he thinks life is too short to take risks, so he starts writing his wishes on a notebook. The wishes he has completed, he lined up and wrote what he wanted to do next. He wanted to meet with his parents and spend time with them. He wrote it also. He had written about 33 wishes in his 100 wish list book. On the other side, Shizuka woke up on her own time and did her workout. On TV the situation in the city was showing, and she ate her multivitamins and tried to call someone, but no one was responding. After that, she started writing things in the wish list of 100 things to do to avoid becoming a zombie. Then she started noticing the zombies and wrote down the observations she made. She took her bike and went out. To the grocery shop she saw a cake but didn't pick it, and suddenly Tendo came in and she saw zombies coming after him on her phone. She was thinking about how someone like him had survived, and she was seeing everything happening on her phone. Then everything happened, and she left silently with the thoughts that she had secured everything like food, fuel, water, etc. At home she was looking at her recordings and saw Tendo, who was very happy after getting beer. And she thought that she also might grab the cake for her. On the other side, a little girl was crying and a boy named Sho told her not to worry because he was always with her. His staff told him something and he asked the little one that he had to go now. She got sad, but he promised her that he'd come back. Sho came out and started fighting with the zombies. Tendo was in the washroom and was thinking that now he could grow a beard, but it looked terrible on him. When he came out from the washroom he saw his phone was notifying him. And when he checked, internet was running now. He started using the phone and then doing nonsense stuff but got bored. He went to the balcony and started thinking what to do. Suddenly he remembered about his friend Kensho. On the other side, Kensho was locked in a room with a zombie. He was very afraid because he couldn't go outside. Water in the room was also finished. He was so exhausted. Suddenly he remembered Tendo, his laugh, and his smiley face. Suddenly his phone rang, and it was Tendo's call. Tendo asked him where he was exactly. Kensho told him that there were a lot of zombies, but Tendo said it's not to worry, I'll manage it, and hang up. Tendo stepped out on a heavy bike and remembered about their sweet past and their last meeting or fight. They fought with each other about their jobs, because Kensho told him that his job was going very well, but Tendo's job was not so good. All the zombies were coming towards Sho. They were about to touch him, but suddenly there was a great noise from siren. All the zombies started moving towards the noise, and this was Tendo's doing. Kensho went out of the room and was afraid. Suddenly Tendo tried to touch him and he got scared. Kensho was shocked and Tendo started crying and saying, "You were right that I should have quit my job because it was useless, but instead of listening to you I started to fight and ruined our friendship. Because I was jealous." He started apologizing to Kensho. Kensho was about to say something, but suddenly zombies attacked them and they started running. They were on the roof, but the zombies were out of control. Kensho was so scared and hopeless. He asked Tendo what to do next, and Tendo told him that we'll jump now. He stepped back and then ran, and jumped like a free bird. Tendo told him to jump too, but Kensho was shocked. He tried, but he couldn't jump. He said that he couldn't jump, and he confessed that his job wasn't good at all. Every day he was supposed to defy people with a smiley face, which was not his type, but to manage his reputation he showed himself as a perfect one to others. But this doesn't make him happy at all. Tendo was shocked and Kensho was frustrated. He apologized to Tendo, and Tendo encouraged him. Kensho told him that he wanted to be a stand-up comedian, and Tendo said, if that is the case, then jump, which will make me laugh. He did it by removing his clothes and was about to fall, but Tendo helped him and saved Kensho. They spent the night together there, they talked, laughed, and slept there. Now Tendo was playing a video game and Kensho was making food for them. Tendo marked the wish he had completed and Kensho served him the meal. When he ate the food, this was amazing, he complimented Kensho's cooking. Kensho said, I know many of man don't know how to cook, and maybe this was the reason you didn't get a date. Tendo got angry and said, I'll get one very soon, like today. But Kensho showed him that there are a lot of zombies out there. Now Kensho was reading Tendo's wish list and Tendo was playing a video game. Kensho wrote his wish to be a stand-up comedian in Tendo's notebook because he said, if I'll die then you are supposed to complete my wishes too. Now Tendo asked to go out and get a big TV screen. They went out on a bike and Tendo asked Kensho why he wanted to be a comedian. Kensho told him that when he was a child he used to watch comedy shows and since then he has wished to be a comedian. Suddenly Tendo tried to think what was his childhood wishes, and they stopped. Because the route was blocked and a truck was coming from behind, Tendo saw there was only one way to get out of there. He set his mind. Kensho was worried but Tendo's idea, but Tendo did it. There was a great blast when they went into the tunnel. They again stopped because there were zombies. But they ran into a shop. There were other survivors also, 3 girls and a man. They all were disappointed, but to reduce tension they started collecting food and booze. They sat and started talking with each other. Tendo and Kensho thought that it was their wish to drink and eat with girls like a mixer party. They started introducing each other. The girls' names were Reika, Maki, and Yukari. While talking they came to know that the girls were flight attendants. They were shocked and amazed that their wish to win and dine with fighters was now complete. But Tendo was worried about what to do now because he wanted to flirt with one of these girls. So he went to Yukari and asked if she had a boyfriend. She was not interested and was worried about the situation, so she replied to him coldly. He got worried about how to impress a girl when he thought about Kensho and saw him he was already flirting with Maki. He got more depressed, and then he decided to do whatever it took to impress a girl. He said he'd snort the tequila in one go without thinking what would happen afterward. Everyone cheered after seeing him, and Kensho started his comedy, but Tendo got faint. Now in the washroom, he was vomiting. Suddenly Yukari came and started rubbing his back. Tendo was lusted again. On the other side, that man was beaten by a zombie and started turning into a zombie. He attacked Reika. She was shocked. Kensho was enjoying himself with Maki and they heard a scream. Tendo asked Yukari why she was so concerned with him. She replied that she really admired his tequila snort. Because everybody enjoyed it and their mood also got changed after that. He was really happy when he heard about her. Kensho and Maki went for Reika. When they saw her, she was changed into a zombie and she attacked Maki. Now she was about to attack Kensho, but he hit her hard and saved himself. While Tendo and Yukira were sitting together, she told him that she knew how it felt to work like a machine because she was also depressed about her job. But she really likes to go through this torture daily. He also told her that he wasn't enjoying his job at all because this must not be his dream. He asked her the reason why she joined the flight attendant career. She was about to tell him the reason. But suddenly the zombie came and attacked her. Tendo tried to save her, but she was already beaten by a zombie. He told her that he'd save her, and she told him that when she was rubbing his back she was remembering her first flight as a child. A flight attendant rubbed her back, and that was the reason for her to select that career. Because she wanted to be kind like her, and today she has completed her wish to rub someone's back. She suddenly pushed him and the zombie again attacked her, and she said her last goodbye to Tendo and he was very sad. Now Tendo ran to Kensho crying. Kensho showed him a big screen that he had found and they left that place. Now they had completed some of their wishes. Tendo was playing the game again and Kensho was cooking, but Tendo was a little serious this time. Because he thinks that people want to do what they have dreamed of in childhood, he wrote his next wish to remember about his childhood dreams. Now Tendo had a dream about his childhood where he saved his friend from some bad people. In his childhood, he wanted to be a superhero who would save the poor from evil. Now he woke up and saw the sunshine. Kensho was scrolling social media about the news of zombies. Tendo was playing a video game and Kensho told him that some of the villages had been rescued on time. Tendo thought and said maybe my parents are safe because they live in a village far from the city. Now Kensho dyed his hair for his dream completion, and Tendo thought everybody was working on their dreams. So he told him that he wanted to be a superhero, and he also told him about his childhood dreams of becoming a superhero. He showed him his drawing of his dream superhero costume and also showed him his research on his superhero fight against zombies. They were in front of the aquarium. They went in and started looking for something. Suddenly they found, for what they were looking. On a bus, there were passengers scared of zombies and 2 of them started converting into zombies. The passengers ran out of the bus, and some of them were attacked by zombies, but some didn't want to die. So, they really ran very fast. A girl was running towards the aquarium and suddenly she fell down. She was afraid of dying, but Tendo came there and saved her. He went to the aquarium for the swimming suit because it was made with iron chains and zombies' bite wouldn't affect the person wearing it. Tendo showed all the people a way to the aquarium and Shizuka was also in them. They both were looking at each other. Suddenly zombies attacked Tendo and he started fighting with them. Their bites didn't affect him very much, but it hurt because the suit was only resisting the teeth, but not the force of teeth. Kensho, instead of helping him, closed the doors. Now, Tendo has come back from the fight and he was a little tired. But when he saw Shizuka he was energized. He went close to her and tried to talk. But she replied to him coldly because she said, "You are not aware of the risk here and I am not going to involve with a person who is not serious about anything." She also criticized his hero costume and said hero isn't a title that anybody can entitle to. Kensho was also disturbed after listening to her. Suddenly they heard a noise and when they checked there were leakage and a zombie shark appeared, with legs like humans. Everybody started running due to fear. Tendo was also running because he was scared. They came to a blind end because there were zombies. Shizuka showed them the exit and they started running, but while helping a girl Shizuka was left there. When Tendo saw Shizuka wasn't there and Shizuka was in danger because the shark was about to attack her. But suddenly Tendo came and started fighting with the shark. Shizuka was shocked that he really came to help her. She asked him if he had a plan to fight, but he said he didn't know what to do next. They started running and Kensho was looking at them. Shizuka suggested a plan. Kensho was ashamed because he didn't help his friend even once. Tendo started diverting the shark's attention. Shizuka was looking for batteries to attack on shark's sensitive part. Tendo was on the ground, but suddenly Kensho started diverting the shark's attention with his sexy body. Tendo stood up and Shizuka threw the batteries toward him. He caught them and attacked on shark. Finally, they have won the fight with the shark. They were walking with Shizuka and they asked her what she wanted to do now. She saw Tendo's diary and said, "I wish to avoid becoming a zombie, but you want to complete your wishes before becoming a zombie. Our ways are entirely different," but Tendo told her that she is special to him and she got shy and started walking fast. They were on their bike and Shizuka said, "I forgot." She gave Tendo her contact. Tendo was very happy when she gave him her contact eyed. They went to the luxury shops and started trying expensive watches and neckpieces and started clicking selfies. At night Tendo saw they were out of water and Kensho told him that electricity was also getting out. Tendo was worried about what to do now. He saw the sky and told Kensho to have a look too. The sky was full of shining stars and this was a beautiful scene. Tendo remembered his childhood and said, "We'll go to my hometown." The next day they packed their stuff and went out. Tendo thought that they needed an RV1 to travel free from zombies. When they went to the showroom they again met with Shizuka. When they asked to work like a team she again refused and Kensho asked her if she had a license. She didn't have one, so they went in and Kensho and Tendo were amazed after seeing a lot of RVs there. Shizuka was thinking about the most suitable RV but Tendo and Kensho were looking for the expensive one. They had a little fight about it, but when Shizuka saw an RV she was also surprised and amazed. Suddenly zombies arrived and they took an RV to run. Kensho was on a bike and Tendo and Shizuka were in the RV. Shizuka told him that an attack from zombies is just like a virus, and scientists will definitely find a solution against it. Tendo and Kensho were talking and suddenly they went out of balance because on the road there was a spike strip. Suddenly someone appeared in Gonzo. Tendo's chief was also with the people on one. Tendo was shocked and frustrated because of his past memories. He was again horrified. When Gonzo talked with him, he wasn't able to answer him. Gonzo told him that he'll not be able to go any further with his current situation because we have all the things he needs. Why not you and your friends will sit with us? Tendo was happy, but suddenly he said, in return you have to work for me again. Tendo was shocked because of his past experience, but he was out of choice. So he said yes to him without any heart. When he went in, he saw everyone was working like a machine and they were all tired. Tendo was also scared. Kencho's condition was also serious. Kencho and Shizuka were afraid of when will this nightmare would end. Tendo was working, but suddenly he got a thought and started putting beer in the fridge. Gonzo came and he tried to stop him, but when his team came, he said he told Tendo to put beer in the fridge for them. Tendo was shocked because Gonzo was using zombies like pieces of equipment for his work. Gonzo also told him that he is not more than a piece of equipment for him. Tendo was frustrated, shocked, and terrified. Kencho and Shizuka were concerned with Tendo's condition because Shizuka remembered something and said that fear never fades out from one's mind because it stays in the heart. What will happen next in this story? Subscribe to the channel to know about the latest updates.